Good morning. My name is David Tickner. I'm the interim principal of LHS-Harmon 9th and 10th grade campus. We would like to welcome you to our second annual virtual Black History Month program. We're very proud of this collaborative effort created by staff and students. We'd like to thank Ms. Nwokolo, Ms. Elliott, Mr. Crow, Ms. Soares, Mr. Dixson, Coach Gilbreath, Ms. Chavez, the students of the AAA club, and guest speakers and performers that are coming in to present and participate in this. We're very proud of the collaborative effort by all of these people in our school community and hope you enjoy the program.
Hello, LHS-Harmon. Happy Black History Month. This is Ms. Soares, and this is my rendition of I Am Changing by Jennifer Hudson. Look at me. Look at me. I am changing. Trying every way I can. I am changing. I'll be better than I am. I'm trying to find a way to understand. But I need you. I need you. I need a hand. I'm changing. I'm seeing everything so clear. I'm changing. I'm gonna start right now, right here. I'm hoping to work it out, and I know that I can, but I need you. I need a hand. All my life, I've been a fool who said I could do it all alone. How many good friends have I already lost? And how many dark nights have I known? Walking down this long road, there was nothing I could find. And all those years of darkness, they can make a person blind. But now I can see I am changing. Trying every way I can. I'm changing. And I'll be better than I am. But I need a friend to help me start all over again. Oh, that would be just fine. I know it's gonna work out this time. 'Cause this time I am. This time I am changing. I'll get my life together now. I am changing, yes. And I know how I'm gonna
Hi everyone, my name is Omonele Nwokolo. I am a physician, Dr. Nwokolo. I am an anesthesiologist.
My name is Keith Starks. I've been in the fitness industry the last 13 years. I'm a certified strength and conditioning coach, certified speed and agility coach, certified corrective exercise specialist, and currently also a franchise owner.
My name is Deborah Watson-McElroy, and I am very happy to have been invited to participate in Louisville High School Harmon Campus 2022 Black History Program.
Hello, I'm Sharon Herbert. I'm the CEO and founder of Power in Nursing Innovations. I'm a registered nurse, and I've been one for a really long time.
Hi everyone, my name is Ivory Douglas-Levert, and I am a certified yoga instructor.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lena Jackson-Lynch. I get to touch people's lives through training. I spent 21 years in the United States Air Force, where I was a trainer for 4 years and received 2 master's degrees, one in adult education, and then went on to be a trainer in the government and received a PhD in family studies.
I'm a personal training boot camp instructor, advisor for nutrition and health.
I'm Dr. Nkechi Madueke, and I'm participating in the Black History Month interviews. I was invited by Mrs. Nwokolo.
Well, like I said, I'm an anesthesiologist. I have been practicing for the last 12, 13, 14 years. I went to the University of Texas, Houston Medical School for medical school. I stayed there for a residency training program in anesthesia, and I remained there as faculty since then. Have I been a pioneer? Well, I was inducted into the Academy of Master Educators for the University of Texas Health Science Center here in Houston in 2017. That same year, I became the very first African-American woman promoted to associate professor in the Department of Anesthesiology's history. And that was a very proud moment for me. And I'm hoping to be the first Black female promoted to full professor soon. So I'll keep you guys updated on that.
Well, I've been a registered nurse for, more than 25 years. I spent in pediatrics in neonatal intensive care. And that has always been my love, taking care of babies. When I got my master's degree, I went out actually and started my own business. And that was the beginning of the continuation of my nursing entrepreneurship. I became a faculty member at a community college teaching pediatric nursing, and then a risk manager, a safety specialist, and on and on. I also did medical record review, and then I started my own second small business, and that was really one of my dreams, to start my own business to help others.
And I don't know that I would necessarily consider myself to be a pioneer. However, I think something that is pretty unique is seeing a Black person or a person of color in general teaching yoga in the United States. Although yoga is not something new for Black and brown people, it actually dates back historically to Africa and in India, where yoga's origins are. It was mostly Black and brown people who were leading these wellness initiatives, and that is where we get a lot of the rich history of yoga from. However, here in the United States, it is not as popular in Black and brown communities. due to a variety of reasons. So in that way, I would say that any Black or brown teacher teaching yoga is somewhat of a pioneer for helping our community reconnect with their health and their wellness and connect their mind and body together in that unique way that yoga does.
I am a semi-retired internal medicine physician or internist. Internists are primary care doctors who focus on adult medical problems such as high blood pressure, diabetes mellitus, asthma, and many other medical problems. Internists care for patients both in the clinic and hospital setting. I was one of a very few African American females to attend the University of Chicago Pritzker School of Medicine in the early 1980s and was the only one in my class of 104 students. I was also the only African American female in a smaller class of medical officers during my military internal medicine residency training. To my knowledge, I was the first African American female physician in Denton, Texas, and multiple other smaller Texas towns to which I traveled to work over the course of my career.
I am a school psychologist. I don't know how I've been a pioneer particularly. Best I could think of is I have transitioned in my district from working as a school psychologist to working as a coordinator for behavior threat assessments in our district.
My name is Rhonda Fletcher, and I will be performing an improvised step called the gumbo. Hut, hut.
Well, the field of anesthesia is highly male and Caucasian dominated. I published an article last week actually about diversity in anesthesiology, and less than 30% are women, and of those 30%, very few are African Americans women. There's a total of about 2% African American women in anesthesiology, even probably less, and there's about 4% total African Americans, period, in anesthesiology. So it's a very Caucasian male-dominated field. And being a Black female in medicine is not very easy. People always assume you're everything but the doctor. Even the whole plane situation where I was on the plane and they asked for a physician, and I got up and I was initially declined to assist because she didn't believe I was a doctor. And so those experiences happen, they hurt, they are painful, but you keep chugging on. I rode a patient into the operating room as he called me the N-word, but it was trauma. He needed to save his life, so I did what I had to do to take care of that patient. People usually, the first time around or the second time around, don't really take you seriously. They don't think you belong. Sometimes people forget you're in the room when they are talking, and that when you're in the room, they forget that you are of a different color and a different gender. And so you get to learn a lot about your colleagues like that. But I've been extremely lucky at the University of Texas here in Houston. We have a very diverse department, so it's been easy in that sense. But at the end of the day, I'm still a Black woman with an accent, and so I feel like I have to work twice as hard to get my point across.
Well, I have an interesting story to share with you. On my first day as an operating room nurse at Children's Medical Center, one of the anesthesiologists came into the operating room where I was and asked if I was with housekeeping. She knew I was new. She knew there were no Black nurses there, so the assumption was that I was with housekeeping. So I had to politely inform her that no, I was not with housekeeping, but that I was the new OR nurse, and that it was my first day. As a Black nurse practitioner, I sometimes would get odd looks from patients or family members when I would go into the room because they were wondering when the provider was going to show up. I had to gently remind them that I am the provider for today. And I just had a sense that some of the patients or their families weren't quite comfortable with being in presence of a Black provider. So I would treat them with the professionalism that I always display. And at the end of the visit, they would see that I was more than competent to take care of their needs or their situation. They usually would leave with a smile on their faces because they knew they were in good hands. You see, I felt that their perception of their visit with me would be the filter through which they would judge and see future Black healthcare providers. So it was very important for me to let my patients and their families know that I was capable of providing quality care.
Well, it doesn't make it any different than the other fields. You do the work, and you work hard, and you do it well, and you're challenged every day and every turn, whether by the patients in the system or in the hospital, or whether in your workplace. Racism exists, and it still exists, and we have to work harder and we have to be smarter every day, even today. So even when I was in high school, I was in a place where there are about 60-40 white to Black. And my friend and I, and one other friend, three of us, three girls, in the whole entire high school, it's the same three of us who had been in the, as they called it, TAG, talented and gifted classes, since we were in the 5th grade, when they picked the students based on their grade point average, not the color of their skin. There were three of us. We were in class together until we graduated. Only the three of us in the same class type, TAG classes. And that continued until I just got tired of seeing those same faces and places where they would invite us to their birthday parties, but we didn't hang out with those ladies and gentlemen when we were at home. We had our own spaces and places. We played tag in the backyard, and so we had a different life experience. And I wanted to continue to see faces that looked like mine at college. And so I chose an HBCU. Thank God for the Hampton Institute at that time and the Hampton Pirates. And they had a school of nursing. So that was my choice. And that worked out so well for me. I didn't feel any of that angst about having people in your class that presented challenges physically and mentally about your daily existence. So I chose Hampton, and I'm glad I did.
Ooh, there are not that many Black school psychologists. I think there might be more Black women than Black men, but when I think of my school district in general, the district I work in, there might be maybe 4 of us out of 20 some odd psychologists. So it's interesting being one of few, even more so being a Nigerian in the field, because if nothing else, I have a little bit more insight into what students from the continent who are visiting or who have moved over here have experienced and their feelings. So people come to me for that. I have translated for some families, and that's interesting. But I'm also able to recognize some, I don't want to say racism, more so biases. I'm able to recognize biases in people that they may not recognize in themselves. And it's not so much that they have negative biases, it's just that they don't realize how their biases might impact students of color. So having to have those conversations with my peers, and maybe not even just the other psychologists, but with staff members in general, about how their biases may be impacting some students of color, and they may not realize it. So I see it as kind of beneficial, because if nothing else, I'm able to point out things that people may not realize. However, I also recognize that people have those biases within themselves when it comes to me, and how my ability to perform my job duties, or my intelligence, or my perspective, how their biases may impact how they judge me. And so it can be challenging sometimes, but I just always learn to just push through and just keep going, and don't let what other people think impact what I know I am able to do.
Advice, I mean, take care of yourself, maintain your health, your mental health, learn to say no. No is a complete sentence. And as I've grown more comfortable and more confidence in my skills and my ability and in my career, I've really learned to say no, because I cannot do it all. And so learning to say no has been a really big deal. And sometimes that takes away opportunities, and that's okay too. Other ones will come, but you have to learn how to balance what's good for you overall, rather than just saying yes to every single thing. And eat well and move more. It has always been a good health and wellness advice.
Be a product of the product. Just because I'm a trainer and do other things, and even though my schedule gets busy, if I'm going to encourage people to stay healthy, work out, any of that, I got to do it myself. Even when I was fully training athletes only, I had to do it myself and everything. So be a product of the product.
On this, I think a piece of advice that I received, whether it was consciously or subconsciously, was to continue being a student, continue to be a student in this practice. So you may often hear people refer to yoga as a practice, and I think that is very intentional language, because I don't think it's something that you I don't know that I believe I will ever completely be done with learning and exploring and seeking deeper meaning, all those different things. And so while I teach a lot of my own classes and workshops and series and different things of that nature, I always now and even in the future want to make sure that I'm continuing to be a student, continuing to learn from others, other folks that I admire, and just be in spaces that allow me to continue to learn and to grow as time changes. And I think that that's something that is relevant in a lot of other fields as well, to continue to be a lifelong learner.
I'm Micaiah. I'm going to be playing Stop and Stare by One Republic for the Black History Month presentation. The summer's colder now. I think it's sick of us. It's time to make a move. I'm shaking off the rust. I've got my heart set on anywhere that kills. I'm staring down myself, counting up the years. Steady hands, just take the wheel. Never plans, it's killing me. Time to make one last appeal for the life I live. Stop my senses pushing tight away bags. I never thought I could. Steady feet don't fail me now. I will run till you can walk. Something pulls my focus out, and I'm standing down, stop and stare. I think I'm moving, but I go nowhere. Yeah, I know that everyone gets scared, but I've become what I can be. Whoa, stop and stare. This time to wonder why you're not there, and you give anything to get what's fair, and there ain't what you really need. Oh, you don't need. What you need, what you need, what you need. Stop and stare. I saw you moving, but I go nowhere. Yeah, I know that everyone gets scared, and I've become what I can be. Oh, do you see what I see?
Well, in high school, we all thought we were indestructible. I was an athlete. I ran track. I played soccer, so I could eat anything I want, do anything I want, and life goes on. In high school, and I don't know if I wish it was different, because there are different stages of your life that you just need to live without fear. And in high school was definitely that. I could do anything without fear. And so, but what I did not develop was great eating habits in high school, because I ate anything I wanted to eat and still kept my my weight in check and things like that. So maybe that is one thing I wish I could change, or I wish I had done, developing better eating habits. But I'm here now and I don't regret anything.
Something that I wish I would have known about taking care of myself in high school is you are what you eat. In high school, junior high, whatever, because you can eat whatever you want to and still perform. But in all seriousness, how much better could you have been if you would have taken care of your body while you were in high school? Being intentional on what you eat and being intentional on working out is a huge game changer for a lot of people. I think that's what really separates a lot of people at the high school level, especially going into the collegiate level.
Well, in high school, I wish I had known that I needed to take care of myself before I took care of anybody else. I wish I had known that putting myself first was not a bad thing. It was actually okay. I wish I had known that there is such a thing as a good selfishness, that it didn't mean neglecting others, that in caring for others, I needed to learn to care for me too. I wish I had known that what I wanted in and for my life was just as important as what other people wanted for their lives. I wish I had known early on the importance of a good education. I wish I had not compared myself to others so much, and I wish I had given myself a little more grace.
And I will say this, it might be a little off track, but how to save money. I really wish I had learned that, and we learned nothing about saving money in high school or in school, period. And you might not even learn it today, but it's important. I wish I had known how to start a savings account. I think in third grade, we had little piggy banks, and that's where it started. And that's where learning about money pretty much stopped for me. I knew what it was, and I knew about the piggy bank, and I knew we had savings in a community bank for that 1 year of the 3rd grade. And that's still been a challenge for me to make sure I'm on track with saving money. And do remember, or if you don't know, just get this. A budget will help you learn about money on purpose.
You know, I don't want to be that person that says, oh, when I was young, but you know, today's youth, what I see that they could use is utilize their power, their true strength. Have confidence, know that yes, you can change things. Know that yes, I can do whatever I want to do. You know, one thing my dad always told me was that you guys never really had to worry because no one ever told you you couldn't. And so that's what I want to tell today's youth. You can. Don't let anyone tell you you cannot. Don't let any person tell you, well, you want to be a doctor. Are you sure you don't want to do this instead? No, if that's what you want to do and you're willing to put in the work, do it. Defy what anyone has to say, you know? And so I think that will truly cause a change, because at the end of the day, it's all about improving generationally. And so when we have our kids and our youth having that indestructible faith in themselves and having that indestructible confidence in themselves, they can do whatever they want. And so that will really be a huge positive change for Blacks in America.
I would say you guys have the best opportunity for ownership. If you look around, even within your own family, it's like, how much do you know of somebody that owns something, or they can say, hey, this is something that I've built or I've created. And you guys have all the tools necessary to be able to do it. I believe that you guys can take advantage of it, use it, and at the end of the day, it's gonna work, and you guys can be super successful doing it. I had nobody tell me about any of that. I did, so I think that's definitely how you guys can influence the youth as they're going, like entrepreneurship. Talk about it. Find a mentor. Let them teach you about it. Teach others about it. Take the time to do that. Build this team. Have a team with you. Our biggest thing is always better together. So if you have a team with you that supports you and all that stuff, and you're bringing them up, and they can definitely make an impact in the community.
I feel that the best way for youth to influence positive change for Black Americans is to stay in school and get a good education. Our young people interact with so many people on a daily basis, both virtual and in person. Get to know people for who they are and look beneath skin color. Do not let language barriers be barriers to getting to know people. As much as possible, develop friendships with people of color who live in other countries and learn about their lives and what they go through on a day-to-day basis. Finally, volunteer to help someone else. We all possess talents and skills. Use them to help someone else.
Today's youth can influence a positive change for Black Americans by knowing yourself and where you fit in. What are you best at? Is it athletics, dancing, singing, computers, writing stories, speaking? What? Even if you are quiet, you still fit in. Get some education. It doesn't have to be a college degree. Get certified. Maybe in plumbing, in air conditioning, welding, be a mechanic. Have good character traits in yourself and look for good character traits in others. Be an honest person. Be a leader. Be loyal. Be patient and wait your turn. And be helpful. You be a positive role model for yourself and others then you will be able to make positive changes for America.
Whew. I hate that whole viral. I don't know if the kids still do World Star or whatever it is, but where there's a fight and everyone pulls their phone out and we're just kind of over and over showing violence against one another. I hate that. I would love for the youth today to make the good things go viral, to be intentional about showing the beauty in humanity. I think we're so focused on everything that's negative and we're completely missing out on everything that's beautiful about us, how we help one another, how we love one another, how we lift one another up, because it's happening, but we're not seeing it. And what we focus on grows in our mind. So I would like to see more of the positive stuff being highlighted and over and over again, so that we're all reminded of how wonderful the human race is. And so kids, if something good is happening, pull your phone out and show that to everybody.
Hi, I'm Kiana Jackson. I will be singing Just the Two of Us by Bill Withers for the Black History Program. I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through. To make those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometime, and I wanna spend some time with you. Just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us, just the two of us, just the two of us. Building castles in the sky, just the two of us, you and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all it is, and it don't make no flowers grow. Good things might come for those who wait, but not for those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us, just the two of us, just the two of us. Building big castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I. I hear the crystal raindrops fall on the window down the hall, and it becomes the morning blue. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I wanna be the one with you. Just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us, just the two of us, just the two of us. Building castles way on high. Just the two of us, you and I.
Oh, speaking of partying, one of my favorite artists is actually an Afrobeat artist called Flavor. And if you want to get me to dance, just put on a Flavor song. I don't care where, who, what, I will dance to that. And so that leads to my favorite activity for relieving stress, which is dancing. I can dance anywhere, anytime. Other activities, exercising. Sometimes I do it to relieve stress, not necessarily because I enjoy doing it. And like I said, I love traveling. So those are the ways that I try to alleviate my personal stress and rejuvenate. So I think that's all the questions I was asked. It has been a pleasure talking to you guys, and I hope that I was able to inspire someone. Thanks for having me. Have a good day.
I really don't have a song that motivates me. If I'm gonna look for motivation and everything like that, I listen to a podcast called Sleep is for Suckers. The reason I listen to that is because it actually teaches me a whole lot more about all the opportunities that are out there that I would have never heard about, never known about. And not only that, they teach you how to do it, if that's something that you're interested in. So that's something that motivates me, is seeing other people that are successful, helping other people become successful. if I have something that alleviates stress, working out for sure, but I fish a lot. Those two things will always alleviate stress for me, so I enjoy doing those as I'm going. So thank you, and I thank you for the opportunity. Just know that you guys do have the greatest opportunity now. Use it, learn from it. If you gotta find a mentor, find a mentor. Let them guide you through life as you're there. But whatever you do, put your all into it. Mindset, it has to work or it has to work.
Well, I alleviate stress by spending time in prayer and in meditation. Old school rhythm and blues songs, instrumentals, some blues songs, they're soothing for me and they lift my mood by bringing me back to feel-good moments from long ago. Certain gospel songs seem to be just what I need at certain times. So I cannot say that I have a favorite artist, since I like a variety of singers and a variety of songs. But I also enjoy reading, spending time with my granddaughter, and letting my creative side emerge by sewing and creating garments.
Answer this so quickly, that is CeCe Winans. Go for it. It inspires me to keep going even still. It's been a bumpy road at sometimes on the path to nursing and a nursing career, but it has all been worth it. And today I am at the place and space where I can help younger nurses move along successfully in their career, their experiences that they are going to go through, whether it's getting their nursing license or finding a coach or mentor, things that I've been through already. I've been blessed to be able to share, to help someone else grow. And as I said, in our space, we've got to take advantage of every opportunity or resource that's available for us to grow professionally and personally. So I believe in myself and my commitment to help nurses succeed is all I've ever wanted to do. So thank you so much for allowing me to be on this platform today. And I wish great success to all of you, and especially to my colleagues who are upcoming graduates of the Hampton University School of Nursing. Be well, and I'll see you on the front lines.
I have quite a few songs, but the folks that are jumping out to me right now is Cleo Soul. She's maybe more of an underground artist. She's starting to get a little bit more hype now. One of my favorite songs by her is called Young Love. And it's just talking about this life of a young woman learning how to laugh, dance, play, cry, express all of her emotions, and be okay with that. So I really love that song, and I love her whole vibe. I'm also a huge Beyonce fan, so pretty much anything Beyonce is a plus for me. Yeah, really anything. But if I had to name something, what's coming to mind is Black Parade that came out not too long ago. The whole Gift album from her animation with The Lion King. Yeah, I could go on and on there. So yeah, I will stop there. And then the second part of that question is, what is my favorite activity for alleviating stress? Yoga. Yoga for sure is at the top of the list. Meditation, and I really enjoy physical movement. So running, I enjoy running, as well as walking. And I enjoy a good dance class. So I tend to lean more towards hip hop dancing, but I also love learning all styles of different dance. So yeah, that is me. Thank you for this opportunity to share. I hope this has maybe inspired or encouraged you all to engage in yoga or try it out. There's a lot of different styles, a lot of different types. So don't let one experience maybe taint you. But yes, thank you again for this opportunity.
My favorite song is I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. Another favorite song I enjoy is I Look to You. Her voice on all her songs touches me. They uplift me and give me the strength I need to make it through life's ups and downs. My favorite activity for alleviating stress is breathing. I sit quietly, breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth 7 to 10 times a day. Just taking breaths is amazing. I'm calmer and more relaxed. I do this several times in a day, and I also get enough sleep. 8 hours of sleep is extremely important throughout your life. Thank you so much.
Actually, it's Tupac and some of his songs. Now, granted, some of his songs are a little bit on the radar side, of course, but that helps me, work out, get ready for my day. I do go to the gym and work out. As far as lifting my spirits, I have several songs that do, of course, Prince songs. I'm a fan of Al Jarreau, jazz artist. Some I may not know who he is, but he's amazing. Good one. And to relieve stress, most times it's just working out, read a book, walk in the park, kind of thing, or just meditate, in general.
My favorite artist and song that lifts my spirits is Happy by Pharrell Williams. Listening to jazz, doing swing out dancing, reading spiritual, historical, or biographical literature, or even taking a nice bubble bath are all favorite stress alleviating activities for me.
I know we're not supposed to say this, but I am a Christian. It depends on where I am. Right now, there is a song that has been resonating with me. It's Jireh it's not Elevate Worship. I'm blanking out the name. Chandler Moore and Maverick City Music. There we go. And it just kind of settles me because it says you are enough. And it just reminds me that basically whatever I need, it is sufficient. I have everything I need. And so it's helped me manage my anxiety a little bit more. It helps me stay grounded, just to know whatever it is, I've got it and he's enough. What's my favorite activity for alleviating stress or personal rejuvenation? Reading. I don't get to read nearly as much as I used to. For me, it's kind of just a way to escape everything. I'm escaping everything at home. I'm escaping everything at work. I'm escaping all of it. I just dive into a book. I like fiction. I don't necessarily like nonfiction, but I've read a couple nonfiction books, but I'm more fiction, fantasy. I like female authors. Hey, go women. But for me, that's my favorite activity. I don't usually get enough time because once I get into a book, I don't want to come out. So it's hours. But for me, that's that. And then I do exercise quite a bit. And since I don't have the family with me, typically when I'm exercising, it's just me. I'm not exercising at work. I'm not exercising at home. It's just me being somewhere, sweating, breathing, and just that. So I guess books and exercise. I appreciate your time, appreciate your interest in me. And like I said, we are in charge of ourselves. We are the only ones who really have the most influence over ourselves. So be kind to yourself, tell yourself loving, beautiful things, and let's spread happiness throughout the world. Right? Bye.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun.
If you don't stay, I'm gonna have you arrested.
You may do that. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun.
Would you like to pick a new name?
Herbert. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. And I fight with the strength that I got until I die.